But listen, I know y'all like to hear the numbers and the numbers sound good, but I like to always tell y'all some horror stories too. So can you share like an experience with mobile home investing where you almost wanted to just be like, I'ma quit, I'm out the game?
Oh my gosh, which one?
Mobile Home Mami.
We're back with Roshotta Bean from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh my gosh.
We got Miss Roshotta Bean here, and she's just gonna tell y'all, share my world. Y'all know Mary J. Blige, share my world. She gonna share her world with us. Miss Bean, you got it.
So how I got started with mobile home investing, I actually found out about mobile homes and how you can fix and flip, etc. on the actual platform Clubhouse back in October of 2020. And I was really intrigued because in the past, I always wanted to do traditional real estate. And I would go to classes, but I could not afford to buy training.
Girl, me either.
I could not, I mean, that like
I spent my last $2,000 on a course.
These were like 25,000 and up. I just couldn't do it, but I always wanted to do it. Now, a little bit about my background. I've been in the beauty industry for 19 years. I'm a salon owner. I've been standing on my feet behind a chair for a long time. So I plan on retiring next year. That'll be my 20th year. But I needed other avenues of money, you know, and so one of them was real estate. And so once again, going back to found out about Nichole and Byron and Sharnice on Clubhouse, was intrigued, started following Nichole, and a couple months later, I wanted to be one of her students. So I was going back and forth with her and was like, man, I'm interested. I love how you do what you do. You know, how much is your class? And she was like, I do one-on-one training as well as I do another class. I waited 3 months to pay my money. Why? Because I was skeptical. I don't know, just the money that I was like, do I want to take this risk? Now me, I'm a risk taker because I'm a business owner. And in life you have to do that, you know? And so I was like, do I really want to do this? And I kept going back and forth, back and forth. 3 months later, I finally sent her the money.
Just randomly, don't give me no warning. You know, and I ain't had no system set up. So I just get a random $2,500 dropped in my Cash App.
It was Venmo.
Was Venmo? I don't even remember how to use that, but okay, it was Venmo. But it was $2,500, and I'm like, who is this? Why? So I had to go find her name on Facebook. I'm reading our conversation. I said, I ain't talked to this girl in 3 months.
3 months, y'all.
And then what happened?
She sent it back. She was like, I'm no longer doing this training, this particular coaching anymore. I've now did a deal with Mobile Home Elite, and I'm the head coach. And I'll let you know as soon as the actual training starts and when you can get started and pay. And I was like, oh man. Then I was like, I know it's gonna be more now. I should have did it when I had the opportunity 3 months ago.
And y'all, I was already under contract with Mobile Home Elite, but we didn't do my stepping out. We didn't have my coming out party yet. So, you know, when she sent the money, I told her then, but then still the world didn't know yet because we didn't have my coming out party yet. So go ahead.
And so when they actually launched it, I was excited, got started actually in July of 2020. No, I'm sorry, June, which was the first class, June 2021. And when I tell you guys, looking back, almost a whole year from now, my life is totally different. Just the mindset is totally different. But the fact of providing a service, I'm in a service-based business already, but actually providing clean, safe, affordable living for people, you know, it's just, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So since then, I've did a little bit over 8 deals, 2 out of state. I did a couple joint ventures. I actually had about 6 $500 mobile homes that let me go back. I bought 6 for $500 a piece. Let me say that again. 6 mobile homes for $500 a piece.
Okay. So right now, what is your portfolio looking like? How much is your portfolio worth?
A little bit over 200,000.
Period poo. How much did you say?
A little bit over 200,000.
$200,000 mobile home investing. Y'all, she was one of my students that was like, Nichole, they got these houses. I'm about to buy 2 of them. No, she wanted to buy 4. Yeah, she wanted to buy 4 mobile homes. Well, they only $500 a piece. And I'm like, listen, you paid me, please just listen to me. Correct, they only $500 a piece, which is no money to us, right? Oh, you got $2,000, but that means 4 rehab crews. That also means you're gonna have to start paying lot rent, $400 a month. That's $1,600 per month you're gonna be paying. And she was like, you know what, you're right, I ain't think about that, but I got some money. I'm like, mama say, mama say, mama say, mama say, mama say. Just listen, please. So she was like, okay, Nichole, I listened. I just worked 2. I was like, oh gosh. And then the mobile home had mold in it from the rooty to the tooty.
Yep.
But she got it fixed.
Got it fixed. And mold everywhere, on the walls, on the ceiling. Listen, you guys, when you got a coach and you got a blueprint that's set, listen to the coach. Listen to the coach. Let me say it again. Listen to the coach.
It be hard sometimes. I understand.
does.
Trust me, I understand, because I done bought some programs I wanted to jump out there. But listen, I know y'all like to hear the numbers and the numbers sound good, but I like to always tell y'all some horror stories too. So can you share like an experience with mobile home investing where you almost wanted to just be like, I'ma quit, I'm out the game?
Oh my gosh. Which one? I can say, since I got started in 2021, when COVID was going on around the holidays, my handyman, I'm sorry, let me go back. A couple of my handymen,
It's always the handyman.
kept getting,
Oh,
and it was making my projects behind, like months behind. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done. I'm paying lot rent now, I'm behind 2 months. Like, this is crazy. And so everybody kept getting sick. One person died. It was just crazy. Another one was a particular guy wanted to purchase the home, and we put him on a particular agreement, a contract, where he was being doing lease to own. I'm sorry, not lease to own, rent to own. And he asked me, could he pay the property off early if he had the money? I said, sure. Now, it was some things going on with some paperwork that was kind of, you know what I'm saying, being held up with the title, but I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, you'll get your title in 4 years when you finish paying. Well, he paid in less than 6 months. And he kept asking for a title. I want my title, I want my title, I want my title. And I'm like, oh my gosh, something that he ain't got nothing to do with is wrapped up in some other stuff. And he don't need to know that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was so stressful. I just wanted to quit. It wasn't only just that, but it was him, because he was nagging and nagging and nagging and nagging. And so it was very, very stressful.
but let's pause right there, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you what the other stuff is. A lot of parks do this. Don't be afraid, but this is what some parks do. If you come in like Roshotta and you buy a handyman special, it's $500, she fix it up. They want to lock you in to normally terms I've seen anywhere from 3 to 10 years, where they're like, you got to keep this mobile home in this park and not pull it out. Okay, you say okay, but what happens when someone pays a home off, they want to pull it out, then the mobile home park is like, well, I trusted you, you told me you would stay. So to stop dealing with people pulling their mobile homes out, what they do is they keep the title until the term is over, which is not a bad strategy. I'm not mad as a park owner, but that's why you need to be clear with the people, the sellers that are the buyers that are buying your mobile homes. You can have the title once the home is paid off, is not something I would say. You can have the title after the 4-year commitment is up. If you want to pay this home off early, Jacob, no problem, but I'm just letting you know the park rules, they hold the titles until the term is up. Now, I know some of you all gonna be like, that's not fair, it's my property. I get it. But again, some of these park owners, that is the way they run it. On our end, we don't like it. But now that I'm transitioning and trying to own a park, I do get it, because I don't want Roshotta to come in here and start pulling all these homes out of my park. Roshotta said she owns 6 properties. Do you know how bad this mobile home park would hurt if she pulled out all 6 of these homes? So in order for them to have some protection, they hold a title for a few years. I'm okay if a park did that and the terms were somewhere between 3 to 4 years. What I'm not okay with, and I know 2 parks that do this, 10 years. 10 years. That to me, that's a bit much.
Ridiculous.
That's a bit much.
That's ridiculous.
So then you have people trying to sell their mobile homes, and then they can't sell it because they can't transfer the title. Anyways, I can go on and on. So that's what she means when she say other stuff, okay? Now, Roshotta, you shared a story about a handyman and a park owner. What would be some tips for people that are just getting started and they may be afraid to talk to these park owners, or they may be afraid to go out and drive for dollars? What would be some things that you're like, let me give them this information, because they may be on the fence, or they may be skeptical to go out and negotiate?
It was very new for me, but I think my thing was I just had to do it scared. You know, when I did actually have a conversation with the resident manager, she was like, well, we got this amount of homes available. How many do you want? And I was like, well, how
do you want it?
And I was like, well, how many can I get? She said, honey, you can have them all. I said, really? Have them all? Okay. So that's when I went to the coach and was like, coach, I got the opportunity to get 4. And I was gonna buy all 4 if I didn't listen to her. But I would have been out of so much more money.
Yeah.
So much more money with lot rent, etc.
And over time, now she has 6. But just imagine the stress she would have put herself on as a newbie, buying 4 mobile homes at one time. Didn't even know she was gonna run into handyman issues. Again, the lot rent is $400. She was trying to buy 4, 8, 12, 16. $1,600 a month she's paying, regardless of who got COVID or who's not here on the job site. That's why I say, slow down.
Slow down.
I just wanna get to know you. Oh, you know that? You know that? Listen, just slow down, y'all, please. I know it gets exciting, it gets tempting. You like, but they giving it to me for free. Take in all factors when you get these free homes. How much is lot rent? Does it need to be moved? Do I have enough budget to get it fixed? I hate when people say, oh, I got a big budget. I got generous amount of money. No. You're gonna play yourself, even if you got $30,000 and you put $25,000 into a mobile home that's not even gonna resell for $18,000. But you was just so excited because you had this $20,000, $30,000. But now nobody wants to rent your mobile home, and you're like, well, what I do wrong? Well, you bought a 1976 and you put 20 grand in it, and don't nobody want to rent a mobile home that is that old. So you really have to evaluate some things. So overall, what would you say has been the easiest in this journey, and what has been the hardest for you in the mobile home investing journey?
I believe the easiest thing has been to actually find sellers. Find sellers or actually rent. I have one particular rental property, but I mean, I have stacks and stacks and stacks of people who want to rent. But that's not the ultimate goal. Even though I'm providing clean, safe, and affordable, I'm still people are not just renting, they're actually buying. So I guess that would be my easiest thing. The hardest thing.
Hold on, because you know people gonna say, well, how's she finding sellers? So if you say the easiest is sellers, tell them how you finding these sellers.
I mean, it's marketing. Marketing one-on-one. Coach shows us how to do that. They got the blueprint. I can't really talk about it on camera.
Give them a few gems. Let them know.
Okay,
how you put them some gems.
So one of the platforms is Facebook Marketplace. Second one would be Craigslist. Third one would be OfferUp.
Tell them the plug. Tell them the plug. Drop the gems. We ain't gatekeeping over here. Drop the gems. Tell them to connect.
Marketplace.
That's
the #1 place where people find me. And I do little marketing. I just take pictures and show people the amenities, and they love it. Some people just don't even care about all that. They just want somewhere that they can be as clean, safe, and affordable.
And the hardest, you was gonna say the hardest thing.
The hardest is being a female in this industry and dealing with majority of men, handy workers and contractors.
Yeah.
If you not mean sometimes or like being super firm, they will try to walk over you and play you. And I really just dealt with this past weekend, and I cried. But that's been the hardest thing to truly overcome in this industry. But at the end of the day, the good outweighs the bad. The good outweighs the bad, and it's very rewarding.
So with that being said, y'all, she said the hardest is being a female in this industry. If you are a female, I do not want you to be discouraged, but I do need you to understand what's going on. If somebody tell you they can move a mobile home, like Roshotta said, this was her first time watching a move. I said, really? Is this your first time actually moving a mobile home? Mm-hmm. Right. Stay out here. What's going on? What's that for? Mm-hmm. How many blocks go into here? Why is the black tarp on the ground? Mm-hmm. Is it state recommended? Where you get the permits from? Bruh, when I tell you, my mobile home movers will pull up and be like, all right, Nichole, we setting up. And I'll be like, yep, pull the pillars out. Make sure you lay my tarp down so we can pass an inspection. Mm-hmm. Because I want to know what's going on from beginning to end. So if something happens to this mover and I'm using a new mover and he don't lay my tarp down, I'm like, hold on, bro. According to state code, we need this here tarp on the ground. You have to know, educate yourself. Don't be uncomfortable or unfamiliar. Find somebody that's gonna take the time to get to know you, who to get in contact with. We got that coming for you, that information coming for you, so stay tuned. Just educate yourself. Don't be discouraged as a female. Put yourself out there. And guess what? Sometimes people will be rude to you. Just like the cashier at Walmart and Target. Why? Because people are humans. They have bad days. But that don't mean you stop and just quit. I just had to throw away my notebook for driving for dollars. I'm done. No, we don't give up on life things. So just keep going. You didn't have a good day that day, start over again another day.
It's just part of the journey, you guys. Mm-hmm. It's part of the journey. And you don't just stop just because obstacles come up. You just keep going and make you press even harder.
All right, y'all. So that has been enough of me and Miss Roshotta Bean from Memphis, Tennessee. And we cutting out.
We do not talk like that.
Yes, they do. Peace, y'all.
Mobile Home